One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went knocked him out. Combo Breaker!
Ah, underdogs. I don't know why we love them so much, but we do. I guess people just love seeing the little guy kick the shit out of the super OP big dude. But today's combatants are the perfect examples of underdogs. That's right, we have a battle between the bruiser from Bronx, Little Mac, and the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa. Alright, let's start with the original overpowered Smash 4 character, Little Mac. Little Mac is a 17-year-old boxer who wanted to join the World Video Boxing League, where he met Doc Lewis and trained to fight Mike Tyson and eventually Sandman. Alright, so that's pretty much all it for his backstory. I mean, you couldn't really expect much. So let's go over his powers and techniques. Little Mac is a professional boxer and has superhuman characteristics along with a transformation and a few cool techniques, but I'll cover those in just a second. Little Mac has the KO punch, also called the Star Punch, that he charges by collecting stars that he gets through punching his opponents at just the right moment. And this attack is so powerful it could take out Sandman or Mike Tyson. Not knock them out, but at least knock them down. He also has the punch-out technique, where he charges by dishing out and taking hits. This one-shots his foe if it lands, and it comes in 4 forms: an uppercut, a hook, a rapid jab, and a rapid hook. Now, this does completely knock them out, which is a pretty crazy move to have in your arsenal. Finally, Little Mac can transform into Giga Mac, where he sacrifices speed for more strength and durability. And this it also gives him new techniques, such as the wind-up punch, and it also makes him more resistant to damage. Alright, so as a boxer, you're probably thinking, he isn't exactly going to be Superman. Well, you're not entirely right, as he's pretty damn strong. Little Mac was able to beat Mike Tyson, who can punch with a force of almost 15,000 pounds. He can also knock down and knock out King Hippo, who has an estimated weight of about 15,000 pounds. He's also beaten Sandman, who destroyed a building over time with his punches, giving him at least small building level in base form. And Giga Mac we don't know how much stronger Giga Mac is, but he could possibly destroy a small building with that kind of power. Little Mac is fast enough to fight Piston Honda, who catches swords with his bare hands for training and can outrun a bullet train. And just for a little bit of a comparison, just to put this in your mind, a bullet train moves at approximately 320 kilometers per hour. Little Mac can take hits from Sandman, who can destroy buildings, and from Aaron Ryan, who uses horseshoes in his gloves to cause more pain. And he can also take hits from Iron Mike himself, and it only gets higher with Giga Mac. Little Mac has superhuman stamina and is a boxing prodigy, but he isn't without his weaknesses, as he does hold back most of the time, and missing punches or getting hit will tire him out really quickly. So let's see if Rocky can tower over Little Mac. Alright, I'm just going to say it, I haven't seen a single Rocky movie, unless you count Creed, that is, but not one that focuses on Rocky. But I don't want to have to cover his story. It's got like super Russians and robots, and it's really weird. So you know what? Let's just move on to what this guy can do. What powers does he have? So Rocky is a master boxer with an iron will, which allows him to keep going through some of the toughest hits that you've ever seen. Not to mention his superhuman attributes and an iron jaw that makes hits to his jaw pretty much useless. So let's just move right on into his feats. Rocky is able to beat Clubber Lang, who is at peak human levels of power. And Rocky also fought and beat Ivan Drago, who has the strength to destroy walls and possibly even small buildings. Rocky has peak human speeds, as a boxer of his stature can punch at speeds of 9.14 meters per second. Rocky can also take beatings from Clubber Lang and even Ivan Drago, who has the force to destroy walls and possibly even a small building. Rocky has ridiculously high stamina, as he took repeated blows to the face and heavy damage from Ivan Drago for 15 rounds. Rocky isn't exactly book smart, but he never finished high school. However, he is a very, very smart boxer. Some would say he's even a boxing master. However, Rocky isn't without his flaws. He isn't exactly the smartest, and he is just absolutely awful at blocking. Alright, let's see who will take home the championship belt. Little Mac enters the ring to uproarious applause as he climbs into the ring. The Rocky music starts to play as the crowd goes wild and Rocky walks onto the ring. The two fighters touch gloves and the bell rings. Little Mac immediately throws a punch, hitting Rocky in the face, and Little Mac follows up with a jab to his stomach and then an uppercut. Rocky stumbles back and then leans in for a punch, but Little Mac dodges to the left and lunges forward, punching Rocky. Rocky punches Little Mac, sending him flying against the ropes. Lil Mac runs up and uppercuts Rocky, and a star shoots out of Rocky's head. Lil Mac goes in for a barrage of jabs. Rocky blocks a few of the jabs, but gets hit by most of them, especially in the head. 2 more stars fly out of Rocky. Lil Mac looks at Rocky and runs up and does a powerful uppercut that creates a star-shaped yellow effect around Mac's fist. Rocky falls to the ground. Rocky, after a few seconds, starts to get back up as the bell rings to end round 1. Doc Lewis walks over to Mac and Mickey walks over to Rocky. The bell rings as round 2 starts, and Little Mac starts charging with a punch at Rocky. Rocky runs up and punches him multiple times, but Mac seems unfazed. Mac rushes to hit Rocky, sending him flying into the corner of the ring, and Mac rushes in and starts punching Rocky. Rocky punches Little Mac, knocking him to the ground. Mac gets back up and transforms into Giga Mac. Mac smashes Rocky, shattering his skull. Rocky falls to the ground into a puddle of his own blood as Mac transforms back to normal and leaves the ring. Alright, our winner is Little Mac, and for the most part this was a close match until you look at 2 things. So let's go stat by stat and see why Mac takes the win. Strength is just about a tie, with each being able to take on wall to small level fighters like Sandman and Ivan Drago, but Little Mac does take a slight edge with his Giga Mac form. Speed goes to Little Mac, and he takes this incredibly easily, and actually this is such an advantage that the other stats don't even matter anymore. Just so you see what I mean, Rocky can punch at 9.14 meters per second, but Little Mac can fight people who fight at the speed of a bullet train, or about 320 kilometers per hour. And that's such a speed gap that the fight would be a stomp. Like, literally, Little Mac could kill him in a single punch. Now, durability is a tie with wall to small building level of durability, thanks to their fights with Sandman and Ivan Drago. Stamina is also a tie. However, Mac takes an intelligence edge, even though they are both pro boxers. Mac at least finished high school, but Rocky does take the stamina edge, as hitting Little Mac enough times will tire him out. And finally, Giga Mac is just another boost that would give Mac the winning edge in this fight. Our winner is Little Mac.
Next time on Combo Breaker. Master Hand versus Polygon Man.